A budget hearing turned heated today.
And as Sabrina Wilson reports, it was over complaints some city council members have about outside lawyers helping the city with the NOPD consent decree.
City Hall's top attorney went before the city council to discuss her department's budget.
The law department continues to make steady progress and making offers of payment on outstanding settlements and judgments.
But the discussion soon turned to outside attorneys related to the NOPD consent decree.
But we are not being consulted front end on important litigation that affects the city.
The level of disrespect from outside counsel reflects the level of disrespect from the city attorney. That's a fact. And I know you don't believe we're juridical people, which is the most Dred Scott bull I've ever seen.
Has anyone ever instructed outside counsel, either from the law department or from the mayor's team, to your knowledge, not to communicate with the city council? And remember, you're under oath.
Okay, I don't think I'm under oath, but no.
City Attorney Donisha Turner went further.
And to my knowledge, no one has ever told outside counsel not to communicate with you all regarding the consent decree. As a matter of fact, without divulging any confidential information, the administration does not take an active role in the litigation regarding the consent decree.
Who's guiding then which direction we want to go in when it comes to the consent decree then in our filings, when you just said that no one from the mayor's team is weighing in, and we're certainly not really able to weigh in?
What I'm saying is no one from the administration is micromanaging the consent decree.
So moving forward, you commit to instructing our executive council before there are filings to consult with the city council before doing so.
It would have to be an executive session.
Here's how it should work. Dear Mayor, dear City Attorney, dear council members, this is our plan of action. Will you please, if you were worried that we're going to respond and you don't want something and we may leak it, that's too bad. It is. I'm the client. I can waive the privilege if I want to. So I'm not going to do this executive session stuff.
Councilman Giarrusso said the external legal team has an obligation to both branches of city government.
And that you need to keep both apprised.
We will certainly work on that.
We're looking for done, not try.
And that was Sabrina Wilson reporting. The city attorney said every time something is filed in court on the consent decree, NOPD knows about it. Meanwhile, Morrell said if the council is dissatisfied with the outside lawyer's service, it will cease to pay them.